Tim, one for you. David mentioned there Diamond OM as your software to manage obsolescence management within anywhere from defence to industry. Can you just give me a broad overview of what Diamond OM does and what benefits it has?
So we use Diamond OM with it's an obsolescence management lifecycle tool. We use it as a means to support a client, look at the client's products, bills, and materials, get the configuration of those bills and materials as accurately as we can. Then we review the bill of materials to remove the low complex technologies, nuts, bolts, washers, unless they're special to type, identify the electronics, identify the mechanicals and non-mechanicals. And then looking at inventory and stock levels, decide which items need to go forward to become the managed bill of materials. That managed BOM, we then managed item list. That item list then gets loaded into Diamond OM, and its indenture is set so it looks exactly as it would do in a configuration account. So a number of systems can be made up to equal the platform. From there, we would then use the obsolescence management team to go ahead and status and lifecycle status the managed bill of material, managed item list. From that, you would then identify what the risk would be for availability of those items and what the impacts would be. And that could be legislative or availability again. This is done through the data mining, technology roadmaps, upgrade paths, information from OEM sources. So we get a complete picture of the availability of the asset. And then we report that information in an analytical report back to the client, typically on a quarterly basis if it's electronic, or on a yearly basis if it's mechanical items. Where we do find a problem, an obsolescence arising, then we use the case resolution module within Diamond OM that allows us to go out and find a fit, form, function interface replacement, make those recommendations to the client, and the availability of that resolution. But it's up to the client, who's the design authority or product owner, to actually underwrite that resolution and then incorporate that into their product.
So does it give a visual representation within Diamond OM on things like year to end of life or year to end of supply? So you can see when your items are becoming obsolete or not available from suppliers. It might not just be an item that's going obsolete. It might be that the supply chain is reducing. Is that right?
Yes. So again, through data mining and researching the supply chain, we do get that information that gives you years to end of life, at item level. Then you can then review that at the asset level, then to decide when you might do an upgrade path for a particular asset because a number of items are going obsolete. We also look at other risk impacts such as single source suppliers. So understanding what that strategy would be if that supplier was to go under, where would you go? What would you do? So we part of the assessment we do will be to inform the client on that one. And anything else, from legislation or any other mission criticality, safety criticality, inventory, all of it is taken into consideration from a risk perspective and availability perspective to give you that overall risk impact to that asset or system.
Very clever tool. Is it being used currently? I think it's been used in defence, isn't it?
So predominantly the tool is used on a number of defence programmes and clients, but the principles by which you apply the rules to using Diamond is not just defence orientated, it's non-defence as well. So we have got a number of clients outside of defence who have similar assets to defence clients, And so the information, the way they manage their asset is exactly the same. So it's transferable skills and knowledge and principles into a non-defense marketplace.
I'm going to drop a link in the bottom of the video for the website for Diamond OM, and there are some demo videos on there. So if you are interested in that software, you can actually have a look at live demos in there to see if it fits your business.